One unique fact sets Jean-Paul Belmondo apart from other handsome icons of his era, like Alain Delon, Marlon Brando, James Dean, and many others. He was too ugly to succeed. At least such was the verdict of French critics at the beginning of Belmondo's career, in his mid-20s when most men usually reach their attractiveness peak. Interestingly, such observations about ugliness didn't stop famous filmmakers from offering him lead roles in dozens of movies, and it didn't stop countless women from falling under his charm. Some fans believe that Belmondo had more love affairs than any other actor of the 20th century. In this video, we will explore what ugly features made Belmondo look so beautiful, or to be more precise, so alluring and charming. We will examine his facial features and how they collide with the golden ratio theory of beauty. Additionally, we will see how they melted the hearts of millions of women around him, whether we speak of his love interests or just fans of his movies. And Sigmund Freud's theories will help us understand all of that. If we try the same method to evaluate Belmondo's beauty as we used in all our previous videos, we will probably fail, and fail miserably. Our long and methodical work measuring proportions and sizes of his most prominent facial features will result in a very low score for such an icon. He doesn't reach the top tier, not even the lower part of the top tier, not even the middle tier. It's made-up terminology, of course, but it could help understand the gravity of the situation. Belmondo's face is probably the first face on this channel which, according to golden ratio theory, got results just above average no matter which photos we examine. Maybe that's why there are literally no videos on YouTube examining Belmondo's facial features. You can easily find face analyses of countless modern actors, as well as legends of cinema's golden era. There will be an enormous list of different names, but there will be no Belmondo examined. This video is probably the first attempt at that, and I probably know the reason why, because other similar channels don't want to upset fans of such a legend. Or they just couldn't explain how such an iconic actor who conquered so many hearts around the world could have such a pitiful score of facial beauty. They could doubt the results they're getting, and doubt is not something which should motivate you to publish a video. Anyway, there is no uncertainty here at our channel, because we know that beauty is hidden not only in shapes which we could easily observe, it could be hiding inside such shapes. About that, we will speak a little later. For now, we just bravely say that according to metrics calculated using golden ratio theory, Belmondo's facial attractiveness has a score of 63 out of 100. This is if we use the best of his photos when his physical attractiveness was most obvious. With the rest of available photos on the internet, Fair Pearls got results even lower than this. The most notable we could say about Belmondo's face is what was once noted by film critic Pauline Kael. His handsome mug had clearly seen its share of punches, and most of such punches landed on his nose. When his movie Breathless came to the US a year after its release in France in 1960, the New York Times' Bosley Crowther announced the arrival of a hypnotically ugly new young man by the name of Jean-Paul Belmondo. And this hypnotic man didn't stop being ugly in modern times during rewatches. The best analysis of Belmondo's facial features came years later from another New York Times author, Manola Dargis. She noted that the actor looks like a typical tough, at least from the chin up. There are the darting eyes, at once crystalline and unreadable, and the pillowy mouth that alternately seduces and punishes. Most of all, there is that nose, a great squashed appendage that sits on the actor's long face like a threat and a dare, and on which you can almost see the traces of violently thrown balls and fists. This nose of his is probably the main culprit that broke all golden ratio science for anyone examining Belmondo's beauty. Belmondo broke it in a schoolyard brawl in his teens. Later, his sports career, which he pursued before fully committing to cinema, did nothing to help maintain the symmetry of his face either. Not many know, but Belmondo started out as an amateur boxer. When he was 16, he won 3 straight first-round knockout victories, and then quit after just 1 year. I stopped when the face I saw in the mirror began to change, he confessed to journalists when the world recognized his talent as an actor. All these sporting endeavors and his fist-filled early life dramatically shaped his face, adding almost cartoonish qualities. While this made him stand out from the classically beautiful actors of his time, it doesn't fully explain why his appeal became so enduring for countless women and his army of devoted cinema fans. The answer possibly lies not in form, but in quality, or better yet, in the spirit behind the shape. Often in real life, if there is no spirit, there is no absolute beauty, even in the most mathematically perfect form. If there is no inner fire, or if it is not strong enough, we might not notice a beautiful person, even in the most perfect creation of plastic surgery. But if such fire is strong enough, or if it is powerful like a nuclear blast, then not even severe facial imperfections will bury your inner, or let's say, true beauty. This intersection of physical appearance and inner spirit brings us to Sigmund Freud's theories about human attraction and the unconscious mind. According to Freud, physical attraction is deeply intertwined with psychological forces, our unconscious desires, emotional needs, and the symbolic meaning we assign to certain traits. In Belmondo's case, his rugged, asymmetrical features, the imperfections that defied conventional beauty standards, might have symbolized something deeper: strength, resilience, and authenticity. His crooked nose and weathered face could unconsciously evoke the image of a survivor, someone who has faced life's battles and emerged stronger. Many women might have seen Belmondo's imperfections as marks of masculinity and vitality, traits historically associated with protectors and providers. His flawed features became symbols of character and experience, making him irresistibly compelling on a subconscious level. The psychological dimension of Belmondo's appeal was well understood by Quentin Tarantino, who named the script for Le Doulos, starring Belmondo, my favorite screenplay of all time, and a major inspiration for Reservoir Dogs. Tarantino cracked Belmondo's secret long ago, seeing past his crooked nose and other asymmetrical facial features. During the Lumiere Film Fest in 2013, he said, "Even his name, Belmondo, it's not just the name of a movie star. It's not just the name of a man. It's a verb. It's a verb which represents vitality, charisma, a force of will. It represents super coolness. Needless to say, you couldn't measure vitality, charisma, and especially super coolness with a ruler, whether by photo or even by examining a person in real life. These qualities are hidden in his eyes, with their penetrating quality capable of conveying a wide range of emotions, from intense determination to playful mischief." Belmondo's memorable gaze was a key element in his ability to captivate audiences, drawing them into his performances. His pillowy but colorful lips were expressive, often seen in a smirk or a grimace, adding to his charismatic and rebellious persona. Combined with a strong jawline and chin, which contributed to his overall masculine and rugged appearance, all of Belmondo's features gave him a look that was both tough and appealing. This charisma radiated not only from the actor on screen, but in real life as well. Belmondo didn't just play tough guys. He was a tough guy. He was known for performing his own stunts, which was quite rare for actors of his time. This raw courage and physical prowess embodied exactly what Tarantino meant by Belmondo being a verb. It represented an attitude, a way of being that transcended mere appearance. His magnetism wasn't located in any single feature, not his chin, his eyebrows, or even his expressive eyes. Instead, it emanated from the totality of who he was, a man who threw himself fully into life, both on and off screen. This magnetic quality couldn't be captured in still photographs. It revealed itself through movement, expression, and presence, through the way he carried himself with both danger and grace. Like meeting someone whose photo fails to capture their essence, only to be struck by their extraordinary presence in person, Belmondo's true beauty emerged in motion, in action, in the full display of his personality. His films preserve this dynamic quality, allowing us to experience the vital force that made him so compelling. In a sense, there is no point in examining Belmondo's photos to find out how beautiful he was. Sadly, we cannot do that in person since his life has already ended, but we still have a chance to glimpse his real beauty. We can still watch his movies. They are not fixed images but moving ones. We can hear his voice and sense everything Belmondo conveyed behind his warm, cartoonish, beautiful face, with bottomless seas of vitality in his gaze and extra coolness. And what makes Belmondo special for you? Please share your opinion in the comments section below. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video.